Just 3 weeks left in the Texas high school football regular season, and district championships are on the line. These are the picks. Welcome into the picks, your guide to Texas high school football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and txhsfb.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Week 9 of the Texas high school football season is upon us. There are 568 UIL Texas high school football games this weekend, and every single one of them is a district matchup. That's right. All of these games matter for playoff seedings, district championships, all that jazz. It's all on the line in Week 9 of the Texas high school football season, and I'm pretty excited about it. Big games all across the state. We start way out east. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Bulldog Stadium in Garrison. It is a must-see small school matchup as the Tenneha Tigers take on the Garrison Bulldogs. What are the keys to this matchup? Well, key number 1, the Sebastian Porter Show. In 2A, we're used to seeing guys play both ways, both offense and defense, but we're not used to seeing them do the kind of things that Sebastian Porter, the do-it-all athlete for Garrison, is doing. He's their leading rusher with more than 1,500 yards on the season. He's also their leading tackler with more than 80 tackles on the year. This kid is everywhere on all plays. He rarely comes off the field. He's even returning kicks, for goodness sake. So the question is, what kind of impact does he have on this game? Can Tenneha bottle him up, or will the Sebastian Porter Show keep on rolling? Key number 2, Tenneha's offensive balance. You know, for a team with so many weapons like Tenneha has, they do an excellent job of spreading around the wealth. Their quarterback, Hayden Jenkins, has been terrific. Wide receiver Eric Smith has been his #1 target. But they're able to run the ball as well with Jay Lloyd up the middle, this big offensive line for a 2A team. So, can Garrison take away one of the things that Tenneha does well, or will it be hitting on all cylinders for the Tigers' attack? And key number 3, the fourth quarter. This probably will be a pretty close game. Two good teams, and history suggests it'll be pretty close. The last 4 times these two teams met, it's been decided by 10 points or fewer. But beyond that, the fourth quarter has been a different story for both these teams. For Garrison, it's been one of their best quarters, one of their highest scoring quarters of the year. But on the other side, for Tenneha, it's been a bit of a problem. It's been the lowest scoring quarter for them this year, just 3 points per game. And part of it is that they're taking their foot off the gas. They've been blowing out a lot of people and don't necessarily have to go and keep scoring in the fourth quarter. But consider this, in their last loss, the season opening loss to Troop, they gave up 28 points in the fourth quarter. It allowed Troop to come back and win. So, if this game is close in the fourth quarter, who can finish? Who am I picking? I'm going with Tenneha. I just like the complement of weapons that they have, which, by the way, they're all juniors. They're going to be pretty darn good in 2019 as well. But not to mention, I think this Tenneha defense is really special. They fly at all 3 levels of the defense and get sideline to sideline. Now, Sebastian Porter and company are certainly going to have something to say about this game, and I figure it to be pretty close. But for now, I think Tenneha brings home a critical district win. Let's go down to the Houston area. 7 p.m. Friday night at Galena Park ISD Stadium. It is a terrific Houston area 6A matchup as the Beaumont Westbrook Bruins visit the Galena Park North Shore Mustangs. What are the keys to this matchup? Well, key number 1, where is North Shore's weakness? I think that it's a reasonable question to ask right now. I mean, this North Shore team is humming along right now, undefeated in the top 5 of every 6A ranking that you will see anywhere, including at txhsfb.com, and for good reason. Running back Zachary Evans has been terrific. This quarterback, Demetrius Davis, has done it all. The defense has been terrific. But if there is a weakness, maybe it's the athletes that Westbrook is going to put out on the field and get them out into space. Laravian Elia has been really special for this Bruins team. So, is there a North Shore weakness, and can Westbrook exploit it? Key number 2, Westbrook's offensive line. This Bruins team needs to run the ball. For all the athletes that they have on the outside to get those playmakers out in space, they need to have the running game with Robert McGrew Jr. He has been really special this year, and it starts up front with that big Bruins offensive line. But this is a challenge. Defensive lineman Tony Bradford and company for North Shore have been very good. So what happens when the Westbrook offensive line meets the North Shore defensive line? And key number 3, prove it. That's kind of what we see every single week. There's a team that we like, a team that we think could go very far in the playoffs, running up against a team that we know is really solid. And this time, it's Westbrook's turn to take over that mantle. For North Shore, we know that they're pretty darn good. Wins over Katy and Westfield and dominant wins over everyone else have proven that. But for Westbrook, I mean, their best win is probably over Houston-Lamar, which is a good team, but just 4-3 on the year. And the remainder of District 21-6A has been honestly a little bit down, at least compared to these two teams, North Shore and Westbrook. So this is an opportunity for Westbrook to prove that they're ready for the big stage. Are they? Who am I picking? I'm going with North Shore. I just think they're on too much of a roll right now that I'm not sure really anybody can slow them down at this point. The defense has been terrific, and I think that they're going to be able to match up with the Westbrook athletes out wide. Beyond that, their offense is just humming along. Zach Evans and Demetrius Davis are just terrific and show no signs of slowing down. Westbrook can get a big game from Robert McGrew in the running game. I think they've got a shot. But for now, I think North Shore comes away with a critical District 21-6A win. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Chaparral Stadium in Austin. It's another terrific Austin area clash as the Westlake Chaparrals welcome in the Buda Hayes Consolidated Rebels. And if you haven't been paying attention to what Hayes is doing, you're missing out. Les Goat has come in and installed his slot T offense, and it is humming right now. Things are going very well for the Rebels, but can they match up against this Westlake defense that is hitting on all cylinders? I think the defense is a little bit too much, and I think quarterback Taylor Anderson is the difference. I think Westlake takes home the win. Let's go to South Texas, 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Bulldog Stadium in Yoakum as Edna takes on Yoakum, and suddenly this game is really, really interesting. Edna has been absolutely terrific, a grinding running game and terrific defense. Their running back Kenny Haynes has been at the forefront of this Edna attack, but are they ready for Yoakum? You know, this Bulldogs team year in and year out is one of the most consistently physical teams in the state. This game promises to be close, it promises to be hard hitting, but I think the home team takes on the win. Give me Yoakum. Let's stay in 3A. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Antelope Stadium in Abernathy. Unbeaten Colorado City visits the Abernathy Antelopes, and this game should be a lot of fun. Bryson Daly, the quarterback for Abernathy, is back and hitting on all cylinders, but he will have an outstanding counterpart in Colorado City quarterback Marcus Monroe, who has been simply sensational. This game promises to be a lot of fun. If you have any way to get to Abernathy, make sure you get out for this one. This could be a bit of a shootout. I think Abernathy holds on at home. 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Mustang Stadium in Magnolia. It is a tantalizing 5A matchup between the Magnolia West Mustangs and the Lufkin Panthers, and I think this is upset alert for Lufkin. There need to be sirens going off in East Texas because Magnolia West is for real. Quarterback John Matocha is at the helm of an offense averaging more than 520 yards per game. This team is explosive and dangerous. Lufkin will need their A game on both sides of the ball, but I think Jalen Polk gives them a couple of big plays. I think Lufkin brings home a close win. And 7:30 p.m. Friday night at Harry B. Orem Stadium in San Antonio. It is a really interesting San Antonio area clash between the Kerrville-Tivy Antlers and the Alamo Heights Mules. This Alamo Heights team has been really solid all throughout, and I really think this defense is rounding into form. But are they ready for this Tivy attack led by quarterback Carson Valverde? A district title is probably on the line here. I think Tivy brings home a very narrow win. But those are far from the only big games in Week 9 of the Texas high school football season. Let's get to the lightning round. Midland Lee wins a shootout over Amarillo Tascosa. Jefferson stays perfect with a win over Atlanta. And I think Argyle gets a scare, but they beat Melissa. Battle of Unbeatens down south, I like Falls City over Charlotte. Give me Victoria East to beat Corpus Christi Ray. And I think Brownsville Hanna takes down San Benito. El Paso Irvin beats El Paso Austin. Give me Midland Greenwood to beat Fort Stockton, and I like East Chambers over Buna. Lancaster keeps rolling with a win over Mansfield Timberview. Port Lavaca Calhoun in a very close one over Somerset, and I like Dripping Springs over Seguin. San Antonio Brandeis beats San Antonio Warren. Surprising San Antonio Cole takes down Universal City Randolph, and I like Katy Tompkins over Katy Taylor. A lot of fun games out west. I like Shallowater to stay perfect with a win over Bushland. I like Ira Ann to stay perfect with a win over Wink. And give me Lubbock Cooper over Wichita Falls. Down south, I like Eagle Pass to beat Laredo Alexander. And in Central Texas, I think Waco Connolly keeps rolling. I think they take down Fairfield. Great game in our six-man game of the week. I like McLean over White Deer. And in a big-time rivalry matchup, I think Stephenville beats Brownwood. And those are the picks. What am I wrong about? Which games did I leave out? Leave comments down below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/DaveCampbells. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/DaveCampbells. And of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Week 9 of the Texas high school football season. We'll see you.